朋友们晚上好，欢迎来到星海十倍读书分享会。今天是腊八节，我们祝大家腊八节快乐。
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our reading session. Today is the 8th day of the last lunar month. In Chinese, we call it 腊八. I wish everyone a happy 腊八 festival.
中国有本非常著名的书叫《黄帝内经》。《黄帝内经》呢是中医最重要的经典之一，它不仅仅有丰富的医学理论，还记录了古代的哲学、天文学、气象和生物学等等。在《黄帝内经》当中呢，特别强调生命和大自然界的这个息息相关，所以它有强调说，四时阴阳者，万物之根本也。然而，从更大的生命的角度来看，太阳又是和自然界最为息息相关的，因为当太阳来到地球，回到了我们地球，大地母亲才可以，它的创造力才可以发生，就是起作用哈，创造出非常漂亮的花朵，还有呢，它还产生出很多的果实，更给我们每一个人哈，得到了很大的这种满足感和滋养感。在这个太阳升起之前，甚至我们都不能做一些什么事儿，或者真正的开始。所以我们古人总是说哈，一日之计在于晨。在另外一个，在我们中国隔壁哈，我们邻国印度，每年的1月14日呢，都会庆祝一个和我们太阳一个相关的一个重要的节日，它被称之为是桑格拉提节。桑格拉提的它的原文哈，它的梵文的意思就是带来转变的一天，因为这一天太阳开始从南半球移向了北半球，而且在印度哈，桑格拉提节也被认为是和平与繁荣的象征。
So in China, we have a classic book called The Medical Classic of the Yellow Emperor, which is one of the most important classics of the traditional Chinese medicine. It not only contains rich medical theories, but also records ancient philosophy, astronomy, meteorology, and biology. It emphasizes that life is closely related to the nature world. It says, yin and yang in 4 seasons are the roots of everything. From a larger life perspective, the sun is mostly closely related to the nature. And when the morning starts and the sun rises, all the creative force of the Mother Earth comes into play. She created beautiful things like flowers and fruits, which is nourishing and satisfying. Before the sun rises, it cannot be considered as the real start of the day. So in Chinese, we have a saying that a day's plan starts in the morning. India, another Asian country in the East, celebrates an important festival, Mata Sankrati, on January 14th of each year. This is the year when the sun starts to move towards the north hemisphere. Sankraman means a day brings change. Also, in India, the Sangrati Festival is considered as a symbol of peace and prosperity.
OK， 那在印度哈，为什么这个节日这么重要，以及印度人民是怎么样过这个节日的？它背后到底有什么样子的，就是有什么给我们的启示？所以我们今天非常高兴邀请到了我身边的这个安东医生哈，他不仅来自于印度哈，他也是具有这个阿育吠陀医学背景和能量医学背景的我们专家，很多我们中国朋友们都很熟悉他，所以我们欢迎安东医生来到我们的直播间，跟我们一起来分享。
So why this festival is so important in India, and how Indian people celebrate this festival, and what's the implication behind? Today, we are so delighted to have Dr.Anup with us. He's an Indian expert with background in Ayurvedic medicine and energy medicine, and we are so fortunate to have him to spend a few hours with us.
你好，
谢谢。
OK， 安东医生，你好吗？OK， 还会说中文了哈，安东医生。OK， 安东医生，你现在在印度吗？因为我知道你已经离开了印度，那你因为1月14号刚刚才度过哈，刚刚才过了，你过了这个桑格拉提节吗
？So are you still in India or you left India? So we we saw that it just passed the January 14th. So how did you celebrate this day?
Okay, so a very happy Lapa to everyone. I hope I pronounce right. Okay. Though I'm not in India, but I'm in Romania now. But we did celebrated this festival named Makar Sankranti, wherein the word Makar means Capricorn and Sankranti means moving. So moving of the sun from Capricorn towards the Cancer, and that's how we celebrate the warmth of sun, because before, when the sun is in the Capricorn celestial body, at that time it is a bit cold, and when the sun comes in the Tropic of Cancer, it becomes warmer. So we welcome the warmth, we welcome the love of the sun, and we celebrate, because there is it's basically a festival for farmers, because farmer is the most important element all over the world, because without farmer we cannot have food on our tables. So this is a festival for all the farmers, for all the crops, and of course sun is the main element which gives us all this.
医生说他现在不在印度，他现在在罗马尼亚。然后这个节呢，桑格拉迪节呢，它就是意思就是说太阳的这个移动的一种庆祝的一种方式，因为太阳它进入一个更温暖的一个状态了。那当太阳进入北回归线的时候，它会带来更多的温暖。那这一个节它也跟农民相关，因为农民也是全世界最重要的一个元素吧。因为如果没有农民的话，我们的餐桌上就没有食物，所以这也是一个农民的节日，是一个庄稼的节日。
And there is a very famous saying that after every darkness there comes the light of hope. So sun is the hope for all of us, not only for I will not only say for India, but for all over the world. Sun is very important, because sun not only gives us the food, it not only gives us the flowers, the nourishment to our body. In medical aspect, sun helps us to produce vitamin D. Though we have vitamin D in our body, but sun helps to activate the vitamin D in the body. And along with that, sun is very important for maintaining our mental health as well, because if there is darkness, we always feel a bit heavy, but when there is a light, we always feel happy. That's how is the sun very much important for all of us. Of course, we celebrate in India because this is one of the most important festivals for us. And as it's the starting of New Year for the Western calendar, I mean, starting in the January, the first month, though we don't follow this calendar, but all over the world this calendar is being followed. So this is the first festival of our for the upcoming year, and it starts with joy, with the sun, the warmth. So it's very important, of course.
那在印度的话，有一句非常著名的话，就是每一次的黑暗之后都会出现希望的光芒。所以，太阳对于所有人而言，不仅仅是对于印度人而言，都是非常重要的。它不仅产生给我们带来食物，给我们带来鲜花，给我们带来所有这些滋养的事物。它从医学的角度来看的话，也可以帮助我们去产生维他命D 这个元素。它有利于去激活我们体内的维他命 D。那除此之外呢，太阳对于我们的心理健康也是很重要的。就是如果我们内心比较沉重的时候，比较抑郁的时候，如果有光的话，我们就会感到更加的快乐。就是为什么太阳对于我们所有人都非常重要。那在印度的话，这个是非常重要的一个节日。虽然说它是西方新年的第一个月，但是对于印度人来说，他其实不遵循这个日历，但是在全世界各地的话，都是按照这个西方的这个新年来过的，所以这也被算作印度的第一个节日， 就是也是开启新的一年吧。
Also, there are some exercises which are to be, which we do it for the sun, which really, which activates the sun element in our body, because we have three important channels in our body. One is the sun channel, one is the moon channel, and one is the spinal cord, or the central channel we call it as. So for the sun channel, for those who are very much weak in their physical aspects of body, or those who are not so healthy, for those peoples in yoga, because yoga is one of the signs which we follow in India, which helps. Yoga has many aspects. One of the aspect of yoga, which we call it as, in simple language, we can call it as stretching, though it doesn't mean stretching, but it's kind of bodily movements, specific bodily movements. So we have sun salutations. There are exercises named as sun salutations. There are 12 sun salutations. So the sun moves from the directions, the 12 directions, like that, and we have 12 names of sun. So each pose when we do, we say the name of the sun, and these exercises are to be done in the morning, of course, and it's auspicious time to start these exercises doing from this day, from 14th.
在太阳升起或者说在桑格拉蒂节的时候，他们也会做一些练习，来更好的去激活我们体内的太阳的元素。因为我们知道我们身体里有3条经脉，一条是太阳脉，一条是月亮脉，还有一条是在我们脊柱中间的，我们称之为中脉的部分。那如果说太阳脉比较虚弱的人，他们身体可能也不是特别的好，所以在瑜伽当中的话，我们会有一些对应的练习方式，来改善我们的太阳脉。就是在肢体瑜伽层面，有一个动作可以称之为这个伸展的这个动作。它这个动作呢，它的具体名称叫拜日式，它大概是有12个这样的动作，对应着太阳的12个方位，它移动过程中所经过的12个方位。所以在早上的时候，我们一般都会做这个12个拜日式。所以从1月14号，就是桑克拉蒂节这一天开始练习，是一个比较好的一个时机。
我听说在这个印度哈，桑格拉节还有吃一些特别的食物哈。听说哈，因为我自己没有度过，我只是听印度的朋友说是一种叫是什么加吉尔糖吗？不知道医生有没有听说过？这是一个用那个棕榈汁还有提炼的那个粗糖。就是印度的朋友说为什么要吃这个糖呢？是因为就是太阳一方面给我们光和热量，但太阳太热的话，也会让我们变得非常的烦躁，甚至愤怒。所以说吃这个糖可以让我们说话甜美，是这样吗？医生，这个您听说过这个事儿吗
？So it is said that on the Sankrati day, people eat jaggery, crude sugar extracted from the palm sap, which makes us sweet talking. It seems that there's too much sunshine and temperature is too high, people will get grumpy and irritable. So one day we need the heat of the sun. On the other hand, we also need to calm ourselves down. So doctor, is there any, so is this kind of food is common in India, and how do you understand the function of this kind of food?
Okay, so of course the food also is very important for our body. As the sun changes, as we come from cold season, when we come to warm season, the food also has to be changed. When we are in cold season, we eat more warm things, like we eat more meat, we eat more vegetables, which keeps you warm inside. But when we come towards the warmth climate, or towards the hot climate, I will say, when the sun is starting its own dominancy, at that time our body needs the food which cools down our body, because when the outside temperature is hot, we should eat a food which cools down your body. So eating food is is important according to the climate. So what we eat is, we call it as jaggery. It is not extracted from palm, but it is extracted from sugarcane. I think in Chinese we call it as kanja, if I'm not wrong. My pronunciation might be wrong. I'm sorry for that. So from that we extract the jaggery, and it is very cooling. The jaggery itself has a very cooling effect. The sugarcane juice also has a very cooling effect. So a combination of sesame seeds and I'm sorry, I don't remember what we call for sesame in Chinese, but yeah, for sesame, we take a few sesame seeds and some jaggery, and we give it to everyone all around, our relatives, our friends, our neighbors, and we say that please take this sweet. I give you sweet. I give you the sesame seed and the jaggery as a sweet. Please talk to me in a sweet manner, because as the sun is going to become hotter, so please talk to me in a sweet manner. So now here there is a contradiction, because sesame is warm in nature, but we are giving sesame to say, and along with jaggery, to say that please talk sweet, wherein sesame is warm in nature. So how does it work? It works that because so many days we were eating the food which is keeping us quite cold inside, quite warm inside. So this food, when we take the sesame seed and jaggery, it makes our body to understand, okay, now the climate is going to become more hotter. So this food, when you take, it will keep you good inside. It will also produce a bit of heat, but still you have to be sweet in nature. You don't have to be hot in nature. So that's why we give this as a representative, we give this jaggery and this sesame seed, which helps our body to understand that, okay, now our body should be ready to bear up the hot climate. So that's the reason why we give it. And the health benefits of jaggery are very enormous. Along with sesame seed, it is good for our bones, because sesame seed has calcium. Jaggery in itself, coming from sugarcane, it also has very good effects in our stomach. It reduces the acid.
Wait a moment, just太长了。OK，
不好意思。那医生的话，他介绍了，就是说这个食物其实跟天气是非常相关的。如果是天气比较冷的时候，我们适合吃一些温暖的食物，包括像蔬菜跟肉类都是可以产生能量的食物。如果当天气转暖，甚至说变得很热的时候，当太阳就是起主导作用的时候，我们需要吃一些让我们能够凉下来的食物。那所以说这个饮食和天气是非常重要的，之间有非常重要的关系。那刚才的话，主持人姐姐她也问到了这个 jaggery 的这样的一种饮食，这样一种食物，它是医生纠正了一下，它不是从棕榈树枝里边提炼出来的粗糖，它是取自于甘蔗的一种蔗糖。它能够起到一个很好的这个凉化的一个凉干的凉化的一个作用，所以在桑格拉蒂节这一天，印度人通常会拿这个芝麻跟蔗糖会混合起来，然后送给亲朋好友这样也是一种提示，就是说这样也是一种文化，就是意思是说让对方就是让所有人都能够彼此交流，都能用一种甜美的方式。那同时呢，这一天也是这样一种食物也是反映了我们身体，就是也是一种对身体的一种提示吧，就是告诉我们这个身体这个天气即将要变得更加温暖了。所以说医生也介绍了这两个食物它对应的这个对于身体的这样的功能。芝麻的话，它对骨头比较好，因为其中也有一定的含钙量。那蔗糖的话，对我们的胃也是比较好的。
Okay, I'm sorry, I was just continuing. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, the jaggery and the sesame seed, they have enormous health benefits. Sesame seed itself, because I have seen in China also you eat lot of sesame seed, and food is also cooked in sesame oil in China. I have seen that. It's very good because sesame oil is one of the best oil for your body, for your bone, for your skin, because it is thick oil compared to the density. If you see, the density of sesame oil is thick compared to the oil of sunflower or coconut oil. And sesame oil is warm in nature. Of course, it makes your skin very soft, very good. Of course, the smell is not good, but is very good for your body. Jaggery. Jaggery is extracted from sugarcane, ganja, and sugarcane itself has a very good effect on your body, on your stomach, on your liver. It cools down. Jaggery and sesame together, it helps to balance the acid in your stomach, and also it helps to balance your intestinal bacteria. So in all, jaggery and sesame seed together gives a very good health for your bones and all over for your body, especially for your stomach and intestines.
那这里的话，医生他就解释了一下，这个两个食物的它的一个对于健康的一个功效。然后他也提到说，中国人其实也是非常喜欢吃芝麻的，甚至说，在食物的烹调过程中也会采用芝麻油。那芝麻油其实是非常好的一种油类，它的密度是比较高的，尤其是和这个。我们的葵花油或者说椰子油相比，它的密度还是比较高的，它对于我们的身体骨骼和皮肤都有比较好的一个功效。因为它的油性比较重，它所以让我们的皮肤可以变得更加的更加的柔软。虽然说它的味道不是很好闻，但是它对身体的好处是相当多的。那蔗糖的话，它对我们的胃、对肝脏也是有非常好的这个效果的。它有助于平衡我们的胃酸，也有助于就是很好的去平衡我们的肠道的菌群。所以说我们如果能够在这个时间段去吃这个蔗糖跟芝麻的话，对于我们身体，对于我们的骨骼，对于我们的胃，对于我们的肠都是能够起到比较好的功效的。
那这个蔗糖跟我们的白糖是一样吗
？Is the sugar cane, the jaggery, the sugar cane sugar, similar to the white sugar, the purified sugar? Are they the same?
No, actually, both of them, they come from sugar cane only. The white sugar and the jaggery, they both come from sugar cane itself. But the sugar cane sugar is processed. After certain stage, it is being processed with some chemicals. But in jaggery, you cannot add any chemicals because the sugarcane juice is taken and it is being processed under fire, a very big amount of fire. I cannot say how many degrees because in olden days, my grandfather was doing this. He was doing this production of jaggery. So I know little bit, but not much. A very big iron vessel is being kept on a very big fire. 5 to 10 people will do this, and around 50 to 100 liters of sugarcane juice is poured in this big vessel, and then you have to continuously stir it, and then you add some amount of ginger, some amount of turmeric, and some people add some other herbs also, but generally ginger is added in it in small amounts. So no other chemical you can add in it. And then after it comes to a form where it becomes thick, then it is poured in small vessels and it takes the shape of that. And then it is called as jaggery. So jaggery is pure form of sugarcane juice. White sugar is impure form, you can say, or the refined form of sugarcane juice.
Thank you, Doctor. 那医生也解释了一下这个 jaggery 和白糖的一个区别。那 jaggery 可能在医生的看来，它是一种这两个其实都是经过这个甘蔗来提炼的。jaggery 的话，相当于是粗糖，然后而且它是没有任何的化学添加剂的。然后我们平时吃的这个白糖，尤其是精炼糖，它可能是涉及到一些的化学制品。 对，但是他们两个的本质都是从甘蔗当中去提炼的。然后因为医生的祖父之前是在这个Jaggery 这个甘蔗粗糖的这个提炼厂工作，所以他对于这整个流程稍微有一点了解。就一般来说，从流程上来看的话，这个 Jaggery 这个甘蔗的蔗糖的这个粗糖，他们一般都会用很大的火。然后大概是把很大量的这个甘蔗汁倒在一个大的容器里，然后不断的去搅拌它。然后在这个过程中，他们可能会加一些生姜啊，然后加一些其他的草药，因为印度有很多的这种香料，不是草药是香料。但是对于这个整个过程它是不加任何的添加剂，其他的化学添加剂的。然后在搅拌的过程中，它可能慢慢的凝结成一些晶体，然后就是小颗粒的晶体，然后慢慢就变成了这个糖的这样的一个形式。那这跟这个白糖或者精炼糖是完全不一样的这个流程。
OK， 谢谢医生。还有就是在这个桑格拉提节的时候，有没有过就像我们有一些特殊的一些活动哈，比如说我们今天的这个腊八节，我们腊八节哈要就是有8种东西哈，其中有一种非常重要就是赤豆，所以说好像就是有一种说法就是赤豆打鬼，就是要喝这个腊八节来就是来去除一些不好的东西，一些负性的能量。在桑格拉提节在印度也有这样子的传统吗？
So is there any special activities relating to the Sangrati Festival? So in Lapa, as you mentioned, as we all mentioned before, we eat this kind of porridge contains like 8 types of beans or rices or something like that. So for example, we eat the red bean, which means which helps us to get rid of the negativities. So in Sangrati Festival, is there any special activities similar to this kind of for people to celebrate this festival?
Yeah, of course. Special activities, and we have special activities for each group of people. So starting from kids, I will say, because that is the most joyful part, I will say. So we have a very big kite festival in India during this time, not on the day of Sankrati, but maybe in the month of February we have this big festival. And on the day of Sankrati, it is considered very auspicious to drive a kite. Like you have to fly a kite in the sky, which is very considered auspicious also. And as children are having some holidays for some days, so instead of keeping them idle and making mess in the house, so the family take them and they say them, okay, let's make the kite to fly in the sky. So that is the activity for the children's, of course, and the kite is made by children's only. We teach them how to make kite. We generally don't buy from the shop. We make it dry, like 2 or 3 days before we built the kite, we make it, and then we fly it in the sky. Okay, after this I will talk other part.
OK， 就是医生就说，其实在桑格拉蒂节这一天，他们每一个年龄段的人都有不同的庆祝方式。然后他就说，现在他想逐一给大家介绍。首先是小孩子，那小孩子的话是最快乐的一群人，然后他们通常会在这个阶段，就是这一天，就是去放风筝，因为风筝在他们的就是在印度的文化里是非常吉祥的一个活动。就是对于家长来说，与其让孩子在家里无所事事，他们一般会在这个阶段带着孩子去放风筝。那首先呢，他们会教孩子去做风筝，而不是从商店直接去买。他们大概会花个几天时间，带着孩子自己在家里去做这个风筝，然后拿着自己做的风筝，回头再出去带着孩子去放。
Okay, coming on to the another important group, the women's. because this is a women's festival, of course. So all the women's, I mean, there is a ritual being performed. It's a kind of ritual where a woman organizes a small function in her house, all women's. So this celebration of Sankrati is not only for one day. This is the day when we worship the sun. We do the ritual and everything, and then from this 15th till the date when when after the dark moon comes, and after the dark moon ending, till that time this festival goes on. So these days every woman decide to have a small get together in their house. So they come together, they do a meditation, or they do some songs, or women play with the songs, old traditional way they do their own things. And also they give a small gift. So the gift can be anything. They can give a small glass, or a spoon, a plate. Those things they give to each other, which are needed in everyday life. They don't give very hi-fi gifts. They just give a simple gift to each other to represent as a gift, which they will remember each other for lifelong. And also, I mean, this is how we consider that the sun on the day of 14th January, the sun is awake, because before the sun is taking sleep, he is resting. This is what we consider in our Indian culture. So when the sun awakes, it is on the day of 14, he is awake, and then he just holds, he is on a chariot with 7 horses, and he just holds the rope of those 7 horses, and he just becomes alert that now he has to start the chariot. So this goes on till for 20 days, 30, can consider 1 month. And then on the day when the sun moves, because from today the sun heat increases according to the size of sesame. That's why we give sesame also. This is also important. So with the size of sesame, the heat increases. And then after 1 month exactly, the sun moves with his chariots and he starts running, and then the heat increases.
然后医生的话，他又讲了一下，就是对于妇女她们是怎么来庆祝这个节日的。因为事实上这一天也是妇女的节日，她们一般都会举行仪式而且是不止一天。这个活动它其实是庆祝他们不止一天，一般都是从桑格拉蒂节是1月14号嘛，然后从后面一天15号一直到5月日，下一个5月日的开始。那女性们呢都会在家里会举办一个小型的聚会她们会聚在一起，一起冥想，一起唱歌，一起互送礼物。但是这个礼物都不是一些很贵重的礼物，都是一些日常能够用得到的，就譬如说像小玻璃杯勺子盘子等等这些都是用来记录，用来就是去见证他们这种友谊的长久。对，然后桑格拉蒂节这一天太阳就是太阳也是在他们印度文化里边就像太阳醒过来一样，因为在这之前太阳是休眠的状态，然后这一天的话就是它醒过来了。那他们有一个比喻，就是说就是像太阳就像坐在一个7个马驱使的这个战车上，然后他就拿着这个绳子，他就勒着这个绳子，就变得更加警觉起来。然后这个节大概会持续大概有1个月的时间然后就是太阳就开始慢慢的移动，然后这一天的话，太阳的热量有可能就像芝麻一样小，但是就是随着它的这个就是移动之后，朝北回归线移动之后它的这个热量就会越来越大，然后就是它的热量递增了之后，然后人们也会给人们带来这样的一种生机勃勃的这样的一种这种气象。
And another group, the last one, we the men's. So what we do, we sit and eat what food is made by all the women, all the wives, sisters, mothers, what they make the food. So we eat and we praise them. Okay, you make very wonderful food. That is our work.
对于男性来说，他们的这个庆祝就非常简单了，一般都是他们吃由家中的女性为他们准备的食物家中女性包括他们的妻子姐妹母亲等等。
对，所以桑格拉提节听上去是一个充满着就是友谊，刚才医生也说了，就是友谊啊，充满着温暖，充满着这种爱哈，充满着满足哈，还有这种刚才说话又甜美，我觉得这个是桑格拉提节所传递出来的那些信息。
So the host saying that this is the day full of like the warm things like friendship, the warmth, the love, the satisfaction, and the sweet. So it's like a day of like the beautiful things, a reflection of the beautiful things.
OK， 在我们在我们中国哈。像我们中国哈，就是有就是也讲究这个就是气候与养生之间的关系。比如说我们中国有24的那个节气哈，不同的节气呢，我们要吃不同的食物哈，要做一些不同的仪式哈等等哈。当然是有一些仪式我们可能比较记得清楚，比如立春啊、清明哈，像冬至啊等等。那医生我们知道医生是有这个阿育吠陀这个医学背景的哈，我们听过他的课哈，滔滔不绝。那医生能不能给我们讲讲，就是阿育吠陀当中有没有也有这样子的，就是在不同的就是气候当中。我们是不是需要注意一些不同的养生之道？
The host is saying, so the climate is very important in Chinese culture, especially relates to the medical perspective. So Dr. Anup, Ayurveda is one of the important culture in India, especially in Asian India. Can you elaborate on the relationship between the climate and health from an Ayurvedic perspective, and how to improve our health from this perspective?
Yeah, of course, climate is most important for all our health, including all the nature, because we are made up of nature. We cannot say that we are not made up of nature, though we don't use natural things in our life, but we are made up of nature. So nature is something which you cannot separate from us. Even though you want, you cannot separate it at all. So like starting from the Mother Earth. Why? Because Mother Earth is the earth. She's the most important element. She's our mother. Why we call her mother? In Indian culture, we call her as mother because she's the one who gives us the food. But from where the food comes? If the sun is there, then only she can give us the food. And she, the Mother Earth, when she has her own way of moving, she has her axis, because the Mother Earth moves like this, and it also moves around the sun. So the Mother Earth has her own axis. Same way, we human beings, we also have our own axis within ourselves, which is called as the spinal cord. So this is also important. So we have to be balanced. As Mother Earth balances herself, like for example, now today it is at present. Now I'm in Romania. So now here is light. Now the sun is here. And now in China, it is becoming dark. So this is how the Mother Earth balances. So half of the Mother Earth is in front of sun, and the part of the Mother Earth which is not under sun, it is in the dark. So there is the night. Same way. So in the same way, the nature and the Mother Earth, the sun, everything, they give us balance in our body, in our food, and in our health as well.
那医生就解释说，这个气候跟我们的健康是非常相关的，就是我们每个人都是跟这个自然都是息息相关。虽然说我们不是来自于自然，但是我们也是跟这个自然是同宗同源的，就是我们也是自然所构成的，这些自然元素构成的，所以我们没有办法跟大自然去分开。就像大地母亲一样，我们通常称我们这个地球叫大地母亲。它就像我们的母亲，就是在印度文化里边，我们通常都会称大地为母亲，因为它给我们食物，它能给我们食物，给我们这些所有滋养的东西，它也有自己这个运动这样移动这样 这样的一种方式跟轨道。它自己一方面绕着自己的轴心转，另外一方面它也绕着太阳旋转。对于我们人类来说，我们也有内在的一个轴心，就是我们的脊柱，所以我们必须要保持平衡，就像大地母亲她能时时刻刻保持自己的平衡一样。就譬如说像现在医生在罗马尼亚，那他们现在是太阳在的时候是白天，那我们现在在中国的话天已经黑了，这就是大自然母亲的一种平衡的一种方式让地球的一半能够在太阳，就是在太阳的照射之下，另外一部分照射不到的地方就处于黑暗之中，所以我们就有了夜晚。所以同样的方式，就是大自然母亲或者说大地母亲，他们的一切都蕴含，就是他们都反映在我们的身体上，就是反映在这种我们的食物也好，或者说气候也好，我们的健康中都反映出这样的一种平衡。
Okay, so the Mother Nature, when we say Mother Nature, what is there in the Mother Nature? So the Mother Nature is made up of 5 elements. Is the Mother Earth, which is on which we are living. Then comes the fire element, or the light element, you can say. So the source is the sun, of course. Then comes the air element. Then comes the water element, which is again on the Mother Earth. And then comes the sky element. So these 5 elements makes the Mother Nature. So the essence of these 5 elements is the Mother Nature. So if there is imbalance in one of these 5 elements, then the Mother Nature becomes imbalance. Similarly, if there is imbalance of these 5 elements in our body, we get some problems. For example, if there is imbalance of air element in our body, we have air element in our body. If you will ask me, where is the air element? We are breathing now. The blood which is flowing in our body, it is because of the air. If there is no air, the blood cannot flow. We are hearing now, what am I talking to you? What you are listening from our sisters is because the air element is helping us to listen it. So if this air element is imbalance in ourselves, or if you feel that the air element you cannot listen, for example, so that is because the air element is imbalance in your body. Okay, physically also there is a problem of some organ, but that organ doesn't work because of air element. So if there is imbalance in the nature, the same imbalance occurs in us. As we all know, everywhere now, all over the world, all over the globe, there is imbalance of Mother Nature going on, imbalance of climate is going on. When there should be snow, at that time there is no snow. For example, in Romania, now every year during Christmas in Romania we don't have snow. I mean, I'm here for past 2 years almost. So during Christmas we don't have snow, and during Easter, when we should have the sun, at that time we are having snow. So if there is imbalance in the nature, it affects our body, it affects our health, it gives a very bad impact to our mental and physical health as well.
那医生呢，他也解释了，就是大自然当中所蕴含的5大元素，那分别是我们刚刚提到的这个大地土元素，以及说我们这种火元素，那它其中还包括这种光元素，都是来自于太阳的。然后就是空气的元素，然后就是水元素，最后就是天空，可能它指的是以太的这种元素。所以这种5种元素都是来自于大自然母亲。那大自然母亲这是由这5种元素所构成，那这5种元素的一种平衡也带来了大自然的一种平衡。如果说这5种元素不平衡的话，大自然母亲也就变得大自然它也会有一种失衡的这种各种失衡的这种现象。那同样的对应在我们身体里边，我们身体里也有这种5大元素，它们也需要有一个平衡。如果这5大元素在我们体内有一种会产生这种不平衡的话，我们就会产生器官性或者器质性的一些病变也好，或者说一些失衡也好。医生就拿空元素做了一个例子。 他就说，如果我们体内空元素比较缺乏，或者说空元素不是很够的话，我们的血液就不能很畅通的这样的一个流动。它也跟我们的一个听力有关系。如果这个空元素，我们体内空元素不是特别平衡的话，我们也会影响到我们的听力。它也使我们身体内的器官不能很好的去运作。那同样的，在全球来看的话，这个气候它也是跟这个5大元素的平衡是息息相关的。就譬如说在罗马尼亚的话，它就是该下雪的时候它不下，他就说一般来说像去年他们圣诞节就没有下雪那有时候可能像复活节都已经到4月份了，它却下雪了。所以这个气候的这个反常，或者说这种大自然的这种5大元素的不平衡，它们也会导致我们身体或者说健康层面的疾病，以及说进而造成我们心理或者肉体上的这种不好的影响。
OK。
And Ayurveda is based on all these principles, these five elements. And through these 5 elements, we choose different kinds of herbs according to imbalance in your body elements. And accordingly, we take care of your health through by using these 5 elements and these herbs. In those herbs which are having air element dominancy, we use them to make your air element balance. So the more we are close to nature, the more the nature heals us. This is how Ayurveda works.
医生就提到，就是说阿育吠陀的话，其实就是根据这5大元素的这样的一个原理来平衡我们体内的这样的一种5大元素。那5大元素的话，它其实对应着是不同的草药。那我们通常就是通过将这个我们5大元素的这样的一个跟这个草药的这种对应关系来治愈就使我们体内的5大元素达到一种平衡的状态。就譬如说，如果我们空元素不够的话，我们就多使用一些跟空元素相关的这个草药，那它可以使我们重新达到一种平衡的状态。那医生也说了一句非常好的一句话，他就说如果我们能够更加接近自然的话，这个大自然就会带给我们更多的东西，更多的好处。
那看来是就是印度人特别学会去平衡哈，不仅有丰富的这个草药，而且你看这个桑格拉提节也是一种平衡。在太阳回来的时候要去吃那个能够凉化我们身体的那个蔗糖，所以这种平衡显然在印度文化当中是无处不在的。那医生在有很多跟我们很多见过我们很多中国的这个朋友哈，也作为一个医生，他也治疗过很多我们来自于中国的那些就是有一些身体层面出一些疾病的人。那医生对我们中国的朋友们有些什么样的建议呢？我们怎么样才可以更好的平衡自己呢
？So the host is saying Indian people are very good at balancing themselves. And you have the rich herbs, and you have the Sangratis, which is the day we help to balance ourselves, because we could take the jaggery, which helps us to cool down when the sun rises, gets more heat. So, doctor, you've given many like health advice to many Chinese people. Can you give us some health advice at the beginning of the year?
Of course. Health advice. There are many, but the most important one, as it's the new year, is you have to eat food on time. That's very much important, because now with the busy schedule of your work, busy schedule of your studies for the children's, using of these gadgets which we are using now, all these, they are making our health, especially the mental health, imbalance completely. So because of working on computers for longer time nowadays, people don't drink water much because they have to work on time. Sometimes they skip their breakfast because children's, they want to do a score on a mobile in a game. They forget to drink water. They forget to eat food sometimes. They are so much busy with their games on the mobile. So this actually impacts not only physical health but mental health very badly. So my best advice for this new year, and new year for upcoming Chinese New Year. I think this is Dragon New Year, if I'm not wrong. So for this upcoming Chinese New Year, I would suggest that try to give time to yourself for your growth physically and spiritually. That will really help you. And the most important part I would suggest that, as I said in the starting of this part, is eating food on time and drinking water. Don't forget these two things. These are important. But drinking water doesn't mean you have to just keep a 10-liter of bottle with you and you have to go on drinking. No, this doesn't mean like that. You have to drink sip by sip water whenever you feel thirsty. That is important. You can drink warm water. Always drinking warm water or lukewarm water is very good for the body. Ayurveda says so, and I think even Chinese medicine says so. So drinking warm water is really good, and eating food on time, of course. Fresh vegetables, fresh fruits is very important. Don't, as in West people do, which is not good at all, because now the Asian culture is also becoming a Western culture. People are preparing food, keeping food for 1 week and keeping the food in the fridge and eating the same food, warming it and eating it again and again for the whole week, which is again not good for the body. And
waiter.
Okay, I'm gonna translate for you first. So, 医生就说，就是在新年的伊始，他想要给大家一些健康的建议就是当然关于养生啊健康这块的建议有很多，但是他给的建议就非常简单。就首先第一个就是要按时吃饭因为他知道大家就是在中国的话，很多人工作学习都是比较日程比较繁忙的，尤其是现在孩子这个学习也是压力比较大的那这些的话，如果你不去关注自己的心理健康或者身体健康的话，很容易就产生各种各样的问题。那就譬如说，很多人现在用电脑比较多，在工作上在电脑上工作常常不记得要去喝水。还有一些人就是可能早上就是习惯不吃早饭，然后还有一些孩子他可能就是现在手机上面的游戏比较多，然后就玩得不亦乐乎，然后也忘了喝水，忘了吃东西那这个不仅影响我们的身体健康同时对我们的心理健康也会产生不是特别好的影响。所以他对于即将要到来的新年，特别是中国的新年，他说他也知道这个新的一年是龙年，所以他是说对于即将到来的新的龙年他希望大家都能留点更多的时间给到自己身体的健康，或者说精神跟心灵的去成长然后健康上面的建议的话，就是说我们要按时吃饭，要多喝水但是多喝水的意思不是说我们要每天备着10升水，然后随时随地的去喝，而是说当我们渴的时候，小口小口的去喝一点温水。中医里边也是很肯定说要多喝点温水是对身体比较好的，还有就是多吃点新鲜的蔬菜和水果。然后他说现在很多亚洲人的话，就是他的生活方式也变得西化了，就是说他们会提前1周准备这个食物，然后把食物在冰箱里边保存，或者说提前把食物给做好，然后放在冰箱里，然后接下来几天就是拿出来加热。他说这样其实对身体并不是很好，是要吃一些新鲜的，就是现煮的一些食物。
And as it is becoming warm now, so it would be beneficial for all of us to eat rose petal jam, but in small quantities, not in very high quantities. Rose petal jam is I think it should be easily available in China also. It's very good to cool down your liver, very good to cool down your stomach if your stomach is heated up. And of course, you can have sesame oil in your food, which Chinese people are eating food in China in sesame oil, I know that. And of course, as it's a Sankrati for us and for you is called as lepa, so we use a lot of fresh vegetables, beans. We make a mixed vegetable of all these vegetables and we eat on this day, because this month is really good for vegetables. this month and upcoming few months is very good, because once it starts raining, it's not so good, the vegetables. But before the raining, always the vegetables are healthy, good. So you should eat more vegetables. And when I was in China, I had taken green bean soup. We call it as moong in our language. So that green bean soup is really very healthy, very good for your stomach, very good for your liver. It balances your body very nicely. So that green bean soup is very nice. If you can eat it on daily basis, very good.
Oh, thank you.
那医生也提到，就是说，就是在这个桑格拉蒂节的时候，他们印度的话会吃，就是经常会吃这个玫瑰花瓣做的酱，然后这种酱的话，它会起到很好的凉肝和凉胃的作用，特别是当我们这个胃里边或者肝的这个热力很多的话，我们吃一些这些凉肝的食物，可以帮助我们很好去平衡我们的身体。那他说，芝麻油也是非常好的，因为我们平时就是尤其是中国人的话，就是比较喜欢吃芝麻油，这是一个很好的习惯。我们就是做烹调的时候可以加一点芝麻油，还有就是新鲜的蔬果和豆类也是非常好的尤其是在这个月的话蔬果是非常新鲜的那如果到了下个月的话，就到了雨季就可能蔬果就没有那么的好了。然后他说他曾经到过中国，然后曾经喝过这个红豆汤。他说红豆汤也是一个非常好的一个对健康非常好的一个食物，它不仅对胃好，对肝好，同时也很有助于去平衡我们的身体。
Thank you, Doctor. 我知道医生其实一直以来都很强调这个就是我们通过冥想的方式来获得一个平衡，因为这个是我们除了食物除了这个水除了这之外除了包括我们自己一些情绪自己去学习平衡情绪之外，冥想是一个非常好的有效的平衡的方法。那医生在冥想上面有些什么样子的好的体验可以给到我们吗
？So the host is saying that not only the food and climate, but also meditation is very important for our health and to balance ourselves. So do you have any good advice for us to meditate? One more question for doctor. So are you saying the red bean or the green bean is good for health? I think
is the green bean. Green.
Okay. 不好意思刚刚说错了，不是红豆汤，是绿豆汤
OK， 好，因为我们很多的因为我们很多的新人可能也第一次其实还没有就是可能在家里面有听说过这个冥想所以今天我们刚好在医生我们没办法煮绿豆汤也好，红豆汤也好，我们没办法吃蔗糖，但是我们可以让医生在这里通过在线的方式给我们来一个冥想的体验通过这个来达到一个内在的平衡。
So many new so among the audience there are many new people. They may hear about the meditation, but they never experienced before. So doctor, can you introduce a little bit about this and then help us to experience what meditation is?
Yeah, of course. Meditation is something which you can just experience it. It's difficult to explain it, but still I will try to explain in very short words. Meditation is the time when you are one with the Mother Nature, or you can say one with the cosmos, and what you feel, the silence. When you go to a very peaceful place, when there is just the waterfall or just birds chirping, mountains and the nature, the silence, what you feel, that same silence you can feel in your home, at your place, on your chair, on your bed. You can just feel that silence. It's not so difficult. Just for that, you have to make your attention strong.
那医生说，这个冥想的话，它更多是一种体验，很难用语言去描述。但是如果硬要去说的话，他会用一些简单的语言来描述这样的一种状态。他说冥想是一种跟大自然母亲或者说跟宇宙去连接的一种状态，它能够让我们达到一种很深的静默。我们不需要就是当我们感受到宁静的时候，就好像置身于瀑布或者说在山谷中去感受到那种大自然的这种静默当中的这些美妙一样，就是我们所感受到的宁静也不需要进入大自然，或者说到很偏远的地方，我们在家里，在我们的床上，在我们的椅子上就能感受到这种安静那这个过程其实并不是很难的它也可以使我们的注意力变得更加有力量。
So, as it is Sankranti, and I just saw the how to say the invitation I saw, it has kites on it. So the kite represents as attention. In Indian culture, we consider kite as the attention. So when you try to fly a kite in the sky, it's not so easy task. If you think you will fly the kite in 30 minutes, no. The moment you say 30 minutes, it can go to 2 hours, 3 hours also. So how the kite flies in the sky, the same way our attention flies. But there is a person who controls it, no? If you leave your control, the kite will go away or it will fall down. So that's the kite. That's why the kite is important in Indian culture. So slowly the kite rises. It doesn't go immediately. Slowly it touches the height in the sky. The same way, slowly your attention also goes higher. And you have to control it by yourself, but not very strongly, because we have a very thin thread. No, we don't have a very big thread, or we don't have a machine holding the kite. It's just with a small thin thread it holds. So the thin thread is your consciousness and the kite is your attention. And through your consciousness, you have to just hold it very lightly, not very strongly. And you have to be very easy with it, not very strong with it.
OK， 很好的比喻啊。
对对对，医生呢，他就用风筝做了一个比喻，就是他说，就是主持人在发给他邀请函的时候，上面是有一只风筝的。然后他说，在印度文化里边，风筝是代表注意力我们在放风筝的时候，就是可能放30分钟放两到，就如果你能放30分钟的话，你放2到3个小时也是没有问题的。那风筝放在天上的时候，就像我们注意力就像我们去控制我们的注意力一样，然后这个风筝是由这个很细的线去牵引的。那我们很多时候我们都是去用我们的觉知去控制我们的注意力，我们的觉知就像是这条细线，然后我们的注意力就像是风筝一样，然后风筝是一点一点放到天上去的。那我们就是通过我们的觉知，慢慢的去对我们的注意力有一个很好的掌控。那我们不需要很用力的去抓住这个线，然后让这个风筝反而就是放不起来。我们只是很轻的去慢慢的去放，就像我们的觉知也是通过训练慢慢的变得敏锐之后，我们的注意力也会变得越来越好。
But again, when a child is flying a kite, he doesn't flies alone, goes in some very quiet place and he just does alone. No, if he is alone, he cannot fly the kite. He needs friends along with it. So what he does, there is a big round ball of thread to which the kite is attached, and there are his friends also who are helping him. So the attention of the child is not only on the kite, but the child is talking to all his friends around and telling, okay, see, now the kite is going on. Okay, give me more thread, loosen up the ball of the thread. Okay, tighten up the ball of thread. So how it indicates here we have to understand that we have to be in our life, in our normal life, and we have to meditate. It's not that you have to go in Himalayas and sit and meditate. No, that anybody can do. No, that's a very easy task. What is the difficult task? To sit in your normal life, in your daily life, and meditate. then only you can achieve. That will be the highest state of meditation which you can achieve. So that is what we are going to practice today, and I will give a small demonstration. And the meditation which we are going to do it is called as Sahaj Yoga. Sahaj means easy and yoga means joining with the cosmos.
那医生也说到，就是这个放风筝呢，就是对于小孩来说，他通常也不是自己独自去放飞的，而是去一些很安静的地方，然后跟着朋友一起去做一个很好的配合，就是然后他会根据这个风筝的这个飞行的情况，然后会提示跟他合作的这个伙伴，然后说收紧一点，放更多的线，或者说把这个线收紧等等等等，就是他们会做一个很好的配合。那这给我们的启示是什么呢？就是我们在日常生活中也是跟我们的注意力也是像一个朋友一样的，就是我们时时去注意他的这个注意力的这个情况，所以对于冥想来说，我们不需要去喜马拉雅山去冥想，其实在任何时候我们都可以去做这个冥想，它其实是一个非常简单的任务，而不是很困难的。那在我们的日常生活中，我们就可以通过冥想，然后达到一个更高的一个状态，更高的一个境界，更静默的一个状态。所以接下来的话，医生会给我们做一个很小的展示，让我们看到什么样的状态才是冥想的状态。那我们今天要做的这个冥想呢，叫沙哈加瑜伽。沙哈加的意思就是与生俱来，瑜伽的意思就是与宇宙的联合。
Okay, so I think all of you must be eager to do this small session of meditation. So there will be 2-3 steps which we have to follow. First, you can just see how we are going to do it, and then I will say we can start, and then we will start it.
那接下来的话就是医生说肯定大家都很期待做这个冥想了吧，就接下来的话我们可能会有几个步骤，就是医生会做一个展示，然后我们接下来就会开始。
So a small brief explanation. Our right hand is the power of action, our left hand is the power of desire. So our desire should be pure so we can act it properly. So we will be using our right hand to keep on our heart, and we will here do a very small prayer for a few seconds, and then the same hand we will put on our neck, on our between the shoulder and the neck, and we will move our neck towards the right side. Okay, then we will keep our hand on our forehead like this, slightly we will bend down. And then we will put this hand again on the back of the head, exactly the front and the back of the head we will put, and we will put our hand like this, and we can see towards our sky. Of course we are in the house, so we cannot see the sky, but we can see the ceiling, our roof. And then the last part, very important, you have to stretch your palm, and the center of this palm, this has to touch to the bone which was very soft when you were a child. That part you have to touch, and you have to move it very slowly. Not the hand, but the skin on the scalp has to move slowly 7 times. And here also we will do a small prayer. And then in the last, we will with the same hand we will just lift it up a little bit, and we will check if we feel something. Then we will put this hand down. With this hand we will see, and then in the last we will raise both the palms towards the sky like this, straight. Yeah, exactly, you can see on the screen. So you can explain it, and then we will start the procedure.
那医生就说我们两只手对应的是我们左脉和右脉不一样的这样的一种能力，然后左手对应的是我们愿望的，左脉对应的是我们愿望的力量，右脉对应的是我们行动的力量。那一会儿我们会用我们的右手放在我们左脉的不同的位置，那我们的愿望要足够的纯粹，然后才能达到一个比较好的状态。那首先呢，我们会用我们的右手放在我们左边心脏的位置，我们会说一些祈祷的语句，然后我们再将我们的右手放在我们肩颈相交的位置， 我们的头可以微微右侧，然后再把我们的手放在我们额头前，然后头可以稍微低下一点，然后我们再将我们的右手放在我们后脑勺的位置啊，我们头可以看着我们的天花板。就是通常来说我们要看着天空，但是我们由于看不到天空，所以我们只能看一下天花板。那最后一部分非常重要，就是让我们的五指伸展，用我们的掌心去放在我们的脑心门的位置。当我们还是孩子的时候，这个部位是非常柔软的，我们可以用我们的掌心去带动我们的头皮旋转，大概有7次。然后呢，我们就可以将我们的右手慢慢抬离我们的头顶，让我们去感受一下我们的手心跟头顶之间是否有什么感觉。然后我们将我们的双手举向天空。对，就刚刚医生所展示的那样那这就是一个整个的流程。对。
Okay, I hope everybody understood the procedure. So now we will start with the first step by keeping our right hand on the heart, and we all have to close our eyes. Why we have to close the eyes? Because our attention moves with our eyes. If we keep eyes open, then we can see on the screen, we can see something, activities going on the screen, and your attention gets disturbed. So you have to close eyes for that, so that your attention goes within yourself.
那接下来的话，医生会带着我们去过一下这个步骤。然后他说，很重要的一点就是我们是闭着眼睛来做这个过程的，因为如果我们眼睛开着的话，我们眼睛其实是跟我们的注意力是非常紧密相关的。如果我们眼睛开着的话，我们会看到屏幕上的这种各种这种活动啊什么的，就会干扰我们的注意力。所以当我们闭上眼睛的时候，我们的注意力能够完全的收摄在内，完全的放在自己内在的这样的一种感受上。
Now slowly close your eyes, keep your right hand on the heart.
我们眼睛慢慢闭上，然后将我们的右手放在我们心脏的位置。
Oh dear Mother Nature, please enlighten the light of pure knowledge, light of purity in our heart, and let me feel this light.
大自然母亲，请您唤醒我们内在真理之光、纯粹之光，请让我们能够感受到这光。
Oh dear Mother Nature, please enlighten my heart. Oh dear Mother Nature, please enlighten my heart.
大自然母亲，请您启迪我的内心。大自然母亲，请您启迪我的内心。
Now we will keep our right hand on our left shoulder and the neck, and we will move our neck towards the right side.
我们将我们右手放在肩颈相交的位置，我们头可以微微右侧。
Oh dear Mother Nature, my heart is being enlightened by you, and an enlightened heart is never guilty. So why I should be guilty? I am not at all guilty. Please remove my guilt.
大自然母亲啊，你已经启迪我的内心了。一个启发的内心，怎么会感受到内疚感、罪疚感呢？大自然母亲啊，请您带走我所有的罪疚感、内疚感。
Now the right hand will be on the forehead. Slightly bend down your forehead.
我们将我们右手放在前额的位置，头可以微微低下。
Oh dear Mother Nature, as you forgive all of us, as you are our mother, the same way, please help us to gain this power of forgiveness so we can forgive us and we can forgive others.
大自然母亲啊，正如您原谅我们所有的过错，正如您就像母亲一样，请您帮助我们建立宽恕的力量，好使我们能够宽恕我们自己，宽恕所有的人。
As you being Mother Nature, you are the essence of compassion. Please establish the same compassion within me so I can forgive myself and be compassionate with myself so I can forgive others and be compassionate with others. By your grace, I forgive, I forgive, I forgive.
大自然母亲啊，您拥有仁慈的本质，也请您帮助我们建立这样仁慈的品质，好使我们能够宽恕我们自己，对我们自己仁慈。请让我们能够宽恕其他人，也能对他人仁慈。我原谅，我原谅，我原谅。
Now we will keep our right hand on exactly on the back of the head, and we will put our head on the hand completely.
好，我们现在将我们右手放在后脑勺的位置。
O dear Mother Nature, O gracious Sun, you are the source of light for everyone, for each and every living being. O gracious Sun, we humbly request you to eradicate the darkness within us and enlighten us.
大自然母亲啊，您拥有万丈光芒，您也是所有人光的来源。请您能够去除我们内在所有的黑暗，带给我们真正的光明。
O gracious Sun, we seek forgiveness if we have done any mistakes against you, against the Mother Nature, then please forgive us and please guide us with the light of knowledge to the spiritual path.
哦，仁慈的太阳啊，我们请求您的宽恕。如果我们做了任何有违大自然的事情，请您原谅我们，并指引我们，用您的真理之光，把我们引向灵性之路。
Now we will stretch our palm and put our palm on the soft part of the bone when we were in childhood. We'll press a little bit and move the scalp very slowly, clockwise, 7 times, very slowly.
好，我们可以张开我们的五指，用我们的手掌紧贴我们脑心门，也是我们在孩童时头上最柔软的部分。我们会带动我们的头皮顺时针旋转7圈。
Oh dear Mother Nature, please help us to connect with you. O dear Mother Nature, please give us our self-realization. O gracious Sun, please establish the light of self-realization.
哦，亲爱的大赞母亲啊，请帮助我们能够与您更好的连接。大赞母亲，请让我们建立真我的觉醒。哦，仁慈的太阳啊，请让我们能够建立自觉之光。
Now slowly lift your palm above the head, 1 to 2 centimeters above. Just try to feel anything coming out from your top of the head and touching your palm, or anything coming from your palm and touching the top of head.
我们将我们手慢慢抬离我们的头顶，我们去感受我们手心与头顶之间是否有气流经过。
Try to move your hand in the front, back, around.
我们可以将手前后左右移动，去感受一下。
Now you can keep your right hand on the lap, and through the left hand we can check, we can see.
我们可以将我们右手收回到我们大腿上，我们用左手去探测一下头顶是否有任何的感觉。
Both hands on your lap.
双手放回我们的膝盖。
We will stretch our both hands towards the sky, towards your roof.
我们可以将我们双手伸向天空，朝着天花板的位置。
O dear Mother Nature, is this your love which is flowing through us? O dear Mother Nature, is this the essence of you flowing through us?
哦，大自然母亲啊，这是您的爱吗？流通于我们，这是您的本质吗？
Slowly bring your palms down on your lap, and we will just sit in meditation for a few minutes.
我们静坐几分钟。
Just focus your attention on the palms and on the top of the head.
我们只是将注意力轻轻地放在我们手掌和头顶上。
好，非常美妙的冥想和医生给我们带的冥想的体验。我不晓得在场外的观众朋友们有什么样子的体验，如果有任何的体验或者分享的话，也可以跟我们后台来跟我们一起来分享。谢谢医生的分享。
Thank you for the meditation led by Dr.Anup, and we all enjoyed pretty much. Yeah,
谢谢。
So for the audience, if you have any questions, you can post on our board, and then we could maybe ask Dr. Anup. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope most of them must have felt something, and I hope all of your kites are flying there up, and you are holding your attention strongly there.
医生说，希望每个人都能从今天讨论中收获他们需要的部分，然后他也希望每一个人的风筝能够飞得很高，然后每个人都能够发展自己的觉知，然后去更好的去管理自己的注意力。
OK， 谢谢。今天我们谈到了桑格拉节，然后也谈到了太阳，从太阳谈到了风筝。太阳不仅给我们是我们看到的那些、感受到的那些热力和光，其实太阳的景象呈现在很多方面，比如说花朵、草木、岩石、雨水包括动物。太阳的力量也呈现在我们每个人的内在，是我们自信心的一个很重要的这个部分所以说我们灵性导师徐曼大姐曾经说过一句话，她说我们自己要做一个选择，是想被太阳的热力烤焦了呢，还是从太阳的光芒当中获得自信，变得容光焕发。所以我们董事会也祝福我们每一个人在新的一年当中都能够容光焕发，然后充满了自信，成为更美好的自己。
Thank you, Dr. for sharing us the power of Sankrati. And you talk about the sun and the kite, which is very inspiring. And for the sun, it not only gives us the heat and the light, it also reflected everywhere, such as the flower, plants, rocks, rain and animals. We can see the sun in everything. And the power of the sun also awakens the self-confidence within each of us. And our Guru Sri Mataji says, it is up to us to choose whether to be scorched by the heat of the sun or achieve confidence and become radiant from its rays. I wish everyone a radiant and a better version of yourself in the new year.
OK， 谢谢医生，希望你在新的一年能够能够万事顺意哈，然后如果有机会的话，带着你的 Rukmini 来到我们中国。
And the host is expressing her thanks to Dr. Anup for all the knowledge you brings to us, and hope all the best for you and your family. And hopefully next year you can, this year actually, bring your Rukmini to China, and we hope to see you in the near future.
Sure, we would like to. Okay, happy Lepa for you, and everyone in advance, happy Dragon New Year to all of you.
Thank you.
医生也说祝大家今天腊八快乐，也提前祝大家龙年吉祥。
OK， 拜拜。
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 观众们晚安。